What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here, hope you're doing well. Today I was reading this interview from the CEO of Tether, and I gotta tell you, it's giving me strong Alex Mashinsky vibes. So I'm gonna cover this article from junglelinkxrp.com where we go over it. Link down below if you want all the specifics. So here's the deal. If you remember Alex Mashinsky, he would spin a good story that would appeal to the crypto enthusiasts, but if you really knew anything about how the world works, didn't make sense. The numbers didn't add up. The narrative he was spinning was kind of nonsense. And so when we look at Tether here, the CEO is saying, yeah, we would like to have audited financials and give the market assurances that we have all the reserves we're supposed to, but we can't contract with any of these big four accounting firms because they all have clients that are banks and, they keep us shut out. That makes some sense to the crypto enthusiasts. We know there's a lot of hostility towards crypto companies. A lot of banks cut off their banking access and governments go after them and all of that. But Tether's making $5 billion in 1/2 of the year. If they wanted to, they could contract one of these big four auditing firms, one of these big four accounting firms, to audit their books. Absolutely, without a doubt. USDC Circle has that. They have fully audited financials by Deloitte, one of the big four accounting firms out there. Tether could do so as well. That's some nonsense. And I think what's going on here, there's something under the hood they don't want the world to know. The auditor's going to dig into their books. There's going to be a problem. And there's really two options here. Number one, they're short on their collateral they're supposed to be holding. And they are so massive, they are so big, it could be really hard to draw them down to a level where you would find these types of problems. It's a possibility, but I think it's closer to what we saw with CZ, which is they have too much money. They're probably doing business with people they shouldn't be. And if you were to audit their books, you would find that problem. So this could be a really ticking time bomb here that could blow up in our face at some point in time. Now, can the CEO possibly bring them into compliance like we saw the deal done by CZ? Possible, but make no mistake, CZ is one of the greatest business people of our time. He may not have been totally by the book. He may not have been on the straight and narrow, but that guy could get a business deal done, and the one he did with the U.S. government was second to none. To bring Binance into compliance, to stop any issues with the broader crypto market, amazing deal he got done there. And now Binance is a fully regulated crypto exchange and should be able to grow and do quite well. And it's much better off for the crypto space. So could Tether do that? Yeah. But I think it's either possible they don't have enough money in their reserves or they have too much. They're doing business with people they shouldn't be. Something like that. Because I ain't buying his story here that no big four accounting firms will work with them. They could get that done. They just don't want to for some reason. Also, he danced around MiCA and the EU regulations. Again, they probably can't comply because something's going on here. Now, the second interesting thing is he's talking about going into AI. I love AI, and I like blockchain integrating with AI, but they're pitching this as Tether is going to do battle with big tech. That Tether's going to go up against, Google and Microsoft and just behemoths like that. Ain't going to happen. Look, what's going to happen here shortly with Tether? We have elevated interest rates. Those short-term treasuries are going to drop like a rock. And that $5 billion is going to go down significantly, that they're making a profit in only 1/2 a year. Now, they'll still be very profitable. They're huge. They have a great business there. Not a lot of employees, not a lot of burn. I wish I owned that business. But you're not going to be able to contend with big tech on that type of budget. Even if they kept their $5 billion in 1/2 a year now, that ain't going to fly, man. I think Google does about 25 let's say between 20 and 25 billion in research and development annually, with a large chunk of that going towards AI research. Tether, they're like a drop in the bucket. They're a joke. They can't compete with that. So either you have to have as much money as they do, which you don't, or you have to have the expertise to do something very special. They don't have that either. It's like, I'm not really sure what they're doing. Well, I know what they're doing. They know the gravy train's getting ready to come to an end, and they want to make investments and stay relevant and stay on their path to growth. But I just don't see that happening here. I don't see them being able to make that pivot. They're very lucky. They have a great business. They just need to run that properly and come into compliance and with both U.S. and European regulations for sure. I think this leaves the door wide open for stablecoins out there, USDC being the major competitor there. You have Ripple, RLUSD on its way. And I like what they're doing there, because this is another point. And I think Mickey B. Fresh brought that up. If Tether wanted to be fully transparent, they would just hold all their treasury bonds on BUIDL, which is BlackRock's platform there for tokenized treasuries. Then it's fully transparent. You almost don't even need audited financials. I mean, you should have those, but at least it'd be right there in the blockchain, and we could look at those treasuries and say, yeah, there they are. They have the backing they need. And I think that is going to be an advantage for Ripple, because what are they working on? Well, they're working on tokenized treasuries. And not only is it transparent, not only can you see those stablecoins have the backing they claim to have, but beyond that, you have rapid cash outs. 365 days a year. If you have the right system here, someone can click a button and exchange that stable coin into real world value. It's really going to be a killer system, and I think we will see most stable coins move to that, where the backing is tokenized and it's transparent, and also the stable coin, of course, on the blockchain. You're going to be able to click out and wire transfer to your account. They're already doing that on BUIDL. You're going to see this space really erupt in the coming years. U.S. regulations are coming out soon as well. Probably 2025. That'll be the first thing that's addressed, is stablecoin regulations. So Tether, they still might have a market out there where a lot of people use it, but you'll probably see it start to dwindle and go the wrong direction, as they probably won't be able to operate in the United States and Europe in a significant way. And it just leaves the door wide open for other people that are compliant, that will get those financials audited and issue those out to the public and do things on chain and are verifiable. Those are going to be the winners long term, not the people that want to do it their own way, because that whole cowboy stuff is coming to a close. So I thought this was really interesting. Again, they're looking to pivot into some new area. Of course, it has to be AI, because that's the hypey thing to be into. Of course, there's a lot of substance. A lot of big players will do well with an AI, but you're going to have companies like this that probably have no idea what they're doing really get smoked in that industry, because you have to have world-class money and backing for that, or you have to have world-class knowledge. I don't think Tether has either of those two things. They're big, they ain't that big. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.